What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 with this brand new updated mod from Lit. This is the Nissan GT-R, but this isn't just any Nissan GT-R. This is the 2024 Nismo Nissan GT-R. Absolutely fantastic. As you can see, the condition on the outside isn't really that bad. The story I'm going for this one is that it was driven into a lake and left there for a little while, and then it was eventually pulled back out with some parts being taken off of it to use elsewhere. Hence the trunk and the front bumper are missing. Also, the engine. They dismantled a lot of that engine before they let us take it away, which is where we've ended up right now. That's the story we're going with for this beautiful Nismo 2024 Nissan GT-R. Absolutely fantastic. Before we fully jump into that, a massive congratulations to Paulinho Bacana with another win on the official Discord Red Dot Games Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 competition. That was a mouthful. I don't even know why I said it like that, but there we go. Absolutely beautiful, stunning Dodge Charger there in the beautiful red. Loving that one. It was a Hellcat with the King Slowpoke Hemi in it. Looking beautiful. Not quite as nice as mine, in my opinion, but public votes are what matters. So congratulations. Beautiful build nonetheless by Paulinho Bacana. Absolutely fantastic. Loving that one. New competition is up now on the official Red Dot Games Discord server. Link on the screen there and in the description below. And by the time I come to edit this, we will know what car we are working on. So I'll put it on screen just there so you guys can see the car that we're all going to be doing next. I think is probably going to be the Mazda RX-7, but I'm not 100% because the voting for it hasn't finished yet. So by the time that's finished, I will be editing this and we'll know what car it is. So we'll see it on screen, but it's probably going to be the RX-7. It's already way ahead in votes. So there we go. But let's get back to today's video, the beautiful 2024 Nismo Nissan GT-R. Let's get in and have a look at this. As I said, we're saying it was driven into a lake and left there for a little while before it could be pulled out. That's why the condition isn't too bad. The frame did get rotted away just a little bit, so we got our work cut out with us getting that one back up. But everything else isn't too bad, if we're being honest. Obviously, we've seen the engine, and there is a lot missing from that one. But did we get a good deal for this Nissan? Yes. Yes, we did. We should buy more cars pulled out of lakes. That's a hell of a deal. 84,469 is what we paid, and we could already sell it for 93,798, making 9,329 before we even begin. The engine in this beautiful Nissan is the V6 double overhead cam VR38 DE double T, which is the twin turbo one. We're pumping out 642 factory horsepower. Now, when we build that engine back up, we will be using all performance parts, making this one as fast as we can so we can take this beautiful beast around the racetrack today. We're going to try and beat that Mitsubishi Evo 10 KS edition with a 116.119 for its flying lap. That's going to take some beating, I'm pretty sure. Everything else is in the 123s, apart from that in the 116. So we'll see if we can get there today. Fingers crossed on that one. I'm not fully sure we will, but we're certainly going to give it our best shot. So there we go. That's everything sorted. Now we need to get started with this beautiful GT-R. Let's get it into the car wash. Let's get it cleaned up. Let's get this GT-R all cleaned and ready to go then. We can already see it's probably going to be grey underneath that dust and grime because it doesn't look like it's too bad. I say grey, that's actually going to be a full black. Is that carbon? No, that's just a normal stock gloss black by the looks of that. Did look very grey underneath all that dust and grime. But it does look nice in black, but I'm pretty confident that's not what we're going to go for today. So let's get the interior done. Let's get this beast back on the lifter, get that engine ripped out of there, and start stripping everything down. The Nismo GT-R is in the air. How good does that car look from the back? That's looking fantastic. Loving that already. And we haven't even really started yet. But let's check for that oil pan. Most of the engine was missing, so I'm assuming it won't be there, which it isn't. So let's get into the underside and see what I need to take out to get cracking with this beautiful car. Well, I mean, I'm just going to start with that front exhaust section just because. Now, I do believe we will be able to take all of this out without actually taking the wheels and this drive shaft. And, sorry, the drive shaft needs to come out, but not the wheels and these front drive axles. So let's just crack on. We'll get this drive shaft out of here to start with, nice and easily. Out you come with the main drive shaft, and then all the four-wheel drive components underneath should be able to stay there as we rip this engine out from the engine bay. I'm liking that. Nice and easy. That'll come out. No starter, so we're going to have to replace that one a lot later. But also, we've got a whole engine to replace anyway. So let's get it back down on the ground and see if we can get that engine out of there as it is. Over you go with the engine crane. And let's give this a go for that beautiful V6. Out you come. There we go. There wasn't much left of it. I'm pretty sure it was just the block and the crankshaft. But let's get in and see what else we're missing from the engine bay. Absolutely everything. There is a lot missing from this one. We do have dual air filters, one on either side, looking fantastic. Then we got a radiator and a large intercooler at the front there. We got a coolant reservoir, power steering reservoir, wishy-washy reservoir, and our brake servo. Obviously, it just lined up all in there. We've also got a fuse box, our ECU Type A in there as well, with an ABS pumper module and our battery setup just sitting all there looking nice. We're also missing the fuel tank and the fuel pump at the back, and all of the exhaust apart from this one pipe just there was also missing. So there's quite a bit missing from the engine bay. But if we just take a quick look at the suspension as we go around, all the bushings seem to be there. We've got the inner and outer tie rods and things like that, have we? I say that. Yep, we've got the inner and outer tie rods both on both sides there. It's all looking pretty good. Front's pretty complete. The rear, if I could get there, you're going to let me click on that wheel? There we go. The rear itself, that is also looking pretty complete. Most of the bushings are there. I can see it all the spring setup and everything. So that's good. It does look like we've got everything for the suspension. We just need to get that engine all sorted out. And as we've got no liquids to drain or anything like that, I'm just going to crack on and start getting the rest of this beautiful GT-R all stripped down and ready to go. That's everything repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back on the Nismo GT-R. Absolutely fantastic. Loving this one. That hood has got some really weird finishes in it. I'm hoping that it's just because it's damaged. Like when it's repaired, it won't have all the lining in it. That makes it almost look carbon fibre. Not sure. Maybe once it's repaired, it will be fine. We shall find out. But we need to get all of this body stripped off. So let's just get taken out what we've got and see what we're going to need to repair. Because obviously we will be going back on with all of the 2024 Nismo parts. So let's just get the rest of all of this bodywork off. Loving that rear end. Absolutely beautiful. Probably one of my favourite rear ends ever. But there we go. Out you come. Do we have anything else down and under here? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Body window, door, and side skirt off of there. And that should be everything off the bodywork. Let's get this interior out. We will be keeping the same seats. These are obviously the GT-R seats, and they look fantastic. And we'll obviously be keeping that GT-R steering wheel as well, because it all matches in perfectly. Loving that. But let's see, did we get everything out? That's still a good screen. 1% on there. And is there anything? No, nothing showing up on there. So we really have got everything. Frame is at 15%. And I bought the car for a little under 85,000. So what do we reckon for the repair for this one today? 2,500. I'm going to go 2.5. 1,723 to be exact. But there we go. I wasn't prepared for that. Let's get that welding all sorted out for the frame. And then while we're here, let's go check out the body shop for this beautiful GT-R. Now, as I said, we'll be going for all of the Nismo 2024 parts. So that first page that pretty much is all spoilers, that's the one we're going to go for on that one. Car part 2, which is our side skirts. Do we have a 2024 Nismo? We do indeed. So we'll be using that one there as well. I'm assuming car part 3 has the same on the other side as well. Yes, it does. Front bumper. We do have a 2024 Nismo. We don't have 2024 doors, so we'll just go with whichever one looks the best when we come to that part on there. We do have the Nismo 2024 fenders, so we'll be using them at no problem. Windows are just the windows, obviously the fenders. Now, the 2024 Nismo hood does show that it's carbon fibre in here, so maybe it is meant to be carbon fibre, but just for the fact that it was all bent and messy wasn't looking right. So we'll definitely be going for that hood, I'm pretty sure, on there. We'll see. If we don't like the carbon fibre, we might swap it out for something different. I mean, that 2017 one looks very similar, if not quite the same. But we can play around. We can put something awesome on it if we want to. We don't have any 2024 lights. I'm either going to go probably for the tinted underground or the tinted normal 2017 lights. I'm unsure about that one. Do have Nismo mirrors, so we'll be sticking with them ones there. As for the tail lights, it's going to be one of the two darker ones. I'm not sure which yet. We'll get to that when we come onto it. Do we have a 2024 Nismo rear bumper? We do indeed. Rear window, just for what we're working with, just the normal rear window on there. Body window is the same. Tail lights, trunks. I don't think we have a specific 2024 one. So we'll pick, for the start with, we'll pick whichever trunk it wants to go on there, and then we'll see if we can change it, make it look a little bit different as we go. And probably just the standard windshield on there, I think. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I think. So I'm going to go repair all the bits that we are definitely keeping, and then we can start getting this beautiful car ready to go back together and then into the paint shop. I have been in the shop and picked up a couple of the correct parts to go, but nothing that we're going to be making decisions about, apart from the tail lights, but I'll get to them as we go. Starting with this hood, as you can see there, it definitely looks carbon fibre, and then as we throw it on, it's not actually carbon fibre. And to be fair, all of that weird stitching line has gone from it now as well. So that's all that sorted. Glad to see that. Front left fenders, the Nismos on there, and then on this side as well. And then a beautiful Nismo 2024 front bumper. Lots of little carbon fibre accents going on in there. I'm liking that, along with the red line going around it. It always looks fantastic. I do love the Nismo design. Car part 2, obviously that 2024 Nismo side skirt. Same on the other side. Doors we haven't decided on yet, but the windshield is just the windshield, so in you go. Same with this body window and the trunk window, or rear window, whatever you want to call that. We'll get that one on that side as well. Now, as I said, I did buy the tail lights because we have to put them on before we put the rear bumper on. So the tail lights I've gone for are the singular striped lines around there, just because it fits in really well with that Nismo theme of that red stripe, along with this beast of a rear bumper that's got the red striping in it as well. Looking absolutely fantastic on there. Let's just get a blank license plate on for the time being. And the trunk it wants to go on is the trunk F, which is the one with this little spoiler light. So we're going to leave that one as it is for the moment. We may swap it later. I'm not decided, but I do quite like that little tail light. It does fit in with all of that, so that kind of works. Car part 1, which is this big old spoiler. This is the 2024 Nismo spoiler on there in the carbon fibre. Arches going back. I love that. I think that looks absolutely stunning on there. That is the rear end all done. Pretty good. Now we just need to crack on. We got some headlights to pick for this one, so let's get in and see what we've got options for the headlights, if I can remember where they are. Keep going, keep going. Now I think it's either going to be this one or this one, so let's buy the one for the other side so that we can see it better. Oh, gone too far. There it is. So let's go for you, and let's take a look on there. So this is the normal tinted one, and then this is the unbound tinted one. I do quite like that unbound tinted one just a little bit more. That looks a lot better. Maybe the untinted one, though. Let's give it a bash for the unbound untinted for the other side. Does it look better? Is it shining like a bit more of a light through? Unbound, untinted. No, definitely the tinted one does look better on there. So that's that sorted. Let's go and rebuy the new tinted one to go on this side. And then that's that taken care of. The lovely headlights on there. That's looking nice. I do like that. The 2024 front end with the LEDs down here, it looks absolutely beautiful. Again, loving that. As for the door, now I don't think I actually bought any doors or repaired them, but it wants the 2017 doors. So let's just quickly buy a 2012 door and sit the wrong side, round to the other side, see what that one looks like. So the 2012 door, and then on this side here. So we'll just take a quick look. Oh, it's a bit darker. Does sort of match in with the dashboard a little bit more, but not so much with back here. Let's get the 2017 door on this side and go around and have a look through the window. Take that off of there. They're about the same. Electric windows. Can we see anything different on there? Just the one electric window control, but that would make sense for the passenger side. So I think we take that one off and we just go for the 2017 doors. I'm going to go repair this one, I think. Front left door. Should be able to repair you nice and easy. On we go. In fact, I should be able to repair them both nice and easy. We don't have to buy any doors, even though I had already bought the 2017 door for the other side. But never mind. Let's just crack on and get these doors on, hopefully looking nice. 2017 door, on you go there, round to this side, and 2017 door on to there. There we go. Oh, it's got black trim piece on there. I think that might be the difference. I don't remember seeing the black trim piece on the other side. So there we go. But anyway, on with the Nismo mirrors. On with the front windows because we've already bought them and ready to go. On you go there and in you go there. And that should be everything 100% for this beautiful bodywork. And this 2024 kit does look absolutely fantastic. But now we need to crack on and sort the interior. I have already been and bought it. Nice and easy. As I said, we're just going in with some brand new GT-R seats. Looking fantastic on there. And that GT-R steering wheel. We've got a few bits to get rid of, but that's fine. That's no problem. This should all be now at 100%. 100%, 100%, 100%. It is fantastic. Ready to get this beautiful GT-R into the paint shop and decide what we're going to do with the colours for this beautiful beast today. Here we are then in the paint shop with the beautiful Nismo GT-R. Looking absolutely fantastic. Just in a straight up matte black on there. What other factory colours have we got? So we've got a gloss white, the metallic black, a lovely metallic red on there, and also a metallic silver. But we're not going to be going for any of those factory colours today. No, you know me better than that. First off, let's check. There are a couple of liveries for this one. I'm not sure if they've transferred over. This is meant to be the Liberty Walk one with absolutely nothing showing up on there. Fair enough. Then we should have the GT-R R35, which also isn't working. But that's probably just because the new template's got all these new kits on and they're older liveries, so they're not ready for it. So, okay, we won't be using a livery today, but let's crack on. I'm feeling like, why don't we go full carbon fibre on this, or almost full carbon fibre? That is a good choice on there. That carbon fibre all the way over, thanks to the quality of life mod. Looking absolutely fantastic on there. And then maybe do we go for like a glass hood, so that we can fully see through the hood, but still keeping the carbon vents on there? Obviously, I'm not going to go for a glass everything, but maybe we go full carbon fibre with a glass hood so we can fully see the engine bay. Probably going to add some more carbon to those mirrors on there. I thought they would have gone carbon fibre as well, but never mind. So we've got like carbon everywhere. We've got a different weave on this absolutely wild, crazy rear end on there. Slightly different weave on the spoiler as well, and we've got some carbon accents on the front that are also probably going to be a slightly different weave, but that just is what it is. It looks fantastic. Definitely want to get some carbon on those mirrors on there. The carbon roof is a different weave as well because that's a separate part, and I definitely think we should go glass with that hood. So let's get that painted on there. Looking absolutely beautiful. I wonder if I changed the colours, it would have made the mirrors a different colour, because we do kind of want to keep that red stripe. But anyway, I'm going to take the mirror off, this hood off of here, and this mirror off of here, and we're going to see what we can do with the colours of that. I'm not sure what to do, if anything, with this interior, because we've already got all the red stitching that already matches up. All the colours sort of blend in with everything. So I think I'm going to leave all of that interior as it is, including the steering wheel with a bit of chrome on it, because we will probably use some chrome on this build, at the very least in the engine bay. Maybe on the wheels, undecided on that one yet. But I'm going to get those additional parts painted, maybe see if I can do something with them seats, and then I'll join you back in a second when we should have all of this ready to go. Obviously, minus painting all of the engine and stuff. So give me a second, and I'll be right back. There we go. It is all finished and ready to go. We've got that glass hood on there where we can fully see into the engine bay. So when the engine's looking awesome a little bit later on, that's going to look incredible with a good-looking engine under there. That is a bit weird, though. It's fully see-through from the top, but from the underneath, you get that black section there. It is what it is, though. That's still pretty cool. I still like it with that glass hood. And we did also get the carbon fibre mirrors on there, looking very nice. Didn't do anything with the interior. I tried to put some carbon on these plastic bits and these plastic bits, but keep that red stitching, and I couldn't do it. With them going carbon, that went to a carbon stitch as well, which is a bit unfortunate, but it still looks great on the interior. But there we go. That's what we're doing with the outside. I still need to figure out what we're going to do with painting the engine and suspension. Probably going to be a lot of carbon fibre, maybe some... We're going to do red bolts. Definitely going to have red bolts in it. Maybe some chrome and carbon fibre. Chrome and carbon fibre, red and black. I feel like that's what we're going to go for on this one, because I do love all these red accents sitting on this Nismo body kit. Looking fantastic. But let's get this beast back on the lifter, and let's start getting it all back together, ready to go around the racetrack. That's everything painted for the beautiful 2024 Nismo Nissan GT-R, and it looks so good in full carbon with that glass hood on there as well. Looking absolutely fantastic. We'll start with that, as that leads directly into the engine bay, where we've got the fuse box, which is in a full carbon wrap on there. We've got the brake servo just blacked out. The ABS pump I've left as it was, just because it was a little bit chrome-like, but we did the module in a full black on there. We've also got chrome bracket rods, black tray, and a carbon fibre bracket over the top there, looking quite nice. And then we got the black wishy-washy reservoir, black coolant reservoir, and a black power steering reservoir with some lovely carbon fibre air filters and beautiful red clips. You thought they were just showing red because I couldn't take them off, but they are just beautiful red clips on there. We've also got carbon fibre on the rear of the fan housing. Beautiful red fan in there, and all we did was try and add as much shine and metallicness to this radiator as we could, and obviously the same with the large intercooler, but that already comes pretty chrome anyway, so we just left that one as it was, looking fantastic. Now onto all of the suspension. Obviously red brake calipers throughout, a little bit of chrome on there on the cross member. There's also a little bit of chrome on the upper and lower arms. Then we've got carbon fibre on the shocks, black front drive axles, a chrome transfer case, red bushings all the way around, and little bits of chrome and red just thrown in for good measure. It is looking beautiful in there. Down the back, if I could get there, that is. There we go. It's very similar. Very chrome in the middle. Lots of black, carbon, and red going around the outside, with a few pieces of red just going on right through the middle, with the black fuel tank and a red fuel pump on there. I think it is all looking fantastic, but we need to get this beautiful GT-R all finished and ready to go. And to do that, we need to build that twin-turbo V6 engine. There she is on the stand. She's looking very red at the moment, but it won't finish that way. We've got the block in a full chrome. The heads are full blacked out on there, looking quite nice on both sides. We also have a chrome intake manifold in the middle. And then inside the heads, we've got 3 spark plugs, as you can see there. We've got a rocker arm A and a rocker arm B, along with a camshaft in there. A camshaft cap, and then a few 4 little camshaft caps just to go on there as well. Big camshaft cap bearing. Same on the other side, it is perfectly matched. Then underneath here, we've got 2 cam gear A's and 2 cam gear B's on either side. Lovely timing chain, some chain shoes, and a water pump on there. And as I said, it's all looking very red at the moment, but when we get a little bit more on, it won't look that red anymore. Starting with the front timing cover, which is in a black with a little splash of red on there. And obviously when we throw this into the car, all of these beautiful bolts, they're all going to go red as well. And hopefully it's all going to look fantastic. Onto the timing covers. These are in chrome and red on there. Just keeping up with that red splash, but throwing in loads of chrome at the same time, because I think this chrome's going to look quite good inside the visible engine bay, because we've got that glass hood. Crankshaft pulley is in a chrome. We've got the power steering pump in its natural chrome and red on there. Keeping up with that, I think that looks quite nice. The alternator is also in its natural chrome, just looking quite good on there. Round we go, a little bit more. All the idle rollers, they're in a beautiful red, matching in with the red everywhere else on this build. It is absolutely fantastic. So let's just get all of these in. On you go. And on you go just there. Then we can get on with the belts. Just a blacked out belt as usual. And then we've got a black belt tensioner. Just finishing that one off right there. Then we move on to that oil pan at the bottom. Now that is in black and carbon fiber. As you can see, the actual oil pan in the oil pan is just carbon fiber on there. I think that looks quite good. Just a nice little splash of it, really finishing it off. Around we go. Oil filter just on here, just blacked out, sort of blending it in with the rest of that on there. Again, looking quite good. Fuel filter up here in a cheeky little red. And then we've got our fuel rails, which are in chrome and red. Carrying on with that theme up through there. And before we move any further, we'll get these engine head covers on. They're in full carbon fiber. I'll be honest, they're not quite full carbon fiber. It's carbon fiber and a little bit of black just on that end there, just to blend that in with that piece. Looking quite nice. Ignition coils all in a fantastic red. Keeping up with that theme, as I said, it looked very red, but now it doesn't look overly red. It's just got a few red lines in it, kind of like the bodywork on this beautiful Nismo. On with the other head on the other side then. Let's get you all bolted up and get those ignition coils in. Get this engine all finished off and ready to drop into the beautiful GT-R. Let's just go for the intake manifolds first. That is in red and chrome. As I spin around to this side, there's a few little splashes of red on there. But again, mostly in the chrome. Just a little extra splash of red for good measure. And just mostly because I like to play around with colours. On with the throttles, they're also in chrome and red. And again, these bolts are hopefully going to look fantastic when it goes into the car and they all go red. Just adding a little splash more to that engine, just really separating it from all of the others. We get the engine cover on now. This is in carbon fiber and red. The only way we could get it was we lost the badging, basically, but kept the labelling in a carbon fiber finish, same as the rest of this build. You've even got little carbon fiber accents on the end there, with a beautiful red running through the middle. Almost finished. Just these beautiful turbos to go. On we go. Again, chrome and red on there, looking absolutely fantastic. And yes, the rest of the exhaust pretty much is all going to be in a beautiful chrome. Once we get this engine all finished off and ready to go. There she is, all finished. The V6 twin turbo engine looking absolutely fantastic. But now we need to get it dropped into that beautiful GT-R. So off the stand you go. And let's get you in the car. The engine cranes over. Let's get this beautiful twin turbo dropped in and see what it looks like in that engine bay. There's a lot of carbon fiber in the engine bay. It already looks quite good. Just enough chrome just poking up through that carbon fiber with a few splashes of red on there. Really matching it in with that red trim that goes fully around the car, along with our red brake calipers as well. I'm liking that. I think it looks beautiful. And then obviously with all of them red bolts on there as well. Just separating it, really finishing it off. Absolutely fantastic touch. I absolutely love the bolt painting feature of the Quality of Life mod. But let's get it up in the air. Let's get this one finished off. We've got a couple of drive shafts to go in, and along with all of that exhaust setup as well. So let's crack on. In we go underneath. Actually meant to be a lot further forward, but there we go. Let's get started with the flywheel cover, which is just in a beautiful chrome on there, matching it in with the rest of that block, looking nice. In we go in here. The starter, in you go. Just a cheeky little black with your red bolts, looking lovely. And then let's get all of this exhaust in. Front exhaust pipes, these are all full chrome. Obviously, catalytic converters, which we've gone for the cat delete pipe on there, keeping it a straight pipe exhaust. The middle muffler is the resonator delete pipes. Absolutely fantastic. And then we just got 2 exhaust pipes in here. Full chrome. And then up round to the end. There we go. The rear mufflers for the GT-R, they are black and chrome. We've got the tips in a black with chrome piping. I just didn't want the chrome coming out into the rear of the car for reasons you'll see why in a minute, because there's not really a lot of chrome on the outside of this vehicle. Let's get in and get these drive shafts done. The main drive shaft is a full carbon fiber TKAftermarket one. Looking beautiful on there. In you go. Never check the interior to make sure that fits. I probably should have done that. The secondary drive shaft, you can't replace with one of them. And I was going to do it full carbon fiber, but I decided just to go for a blacked out one on this one, keeping up with some of that black gloss finish we've got going on in there. But there we go. That's it. We've just got the wheels left to go. So let's take a cheeky little walk out of here and see what everything looks like. Let's just try and get rid of our yellow lines. Lots of chrome under there. A few splashes of the black and carbon fiber and a little splash of red here and there. But again, looking absolutely beautiful. Back down you come. And we just look at those beautiful black exhaust tips. So you can't really see much of the chrome coming out. You can just about see some of it behind the mesh and things like that. But it is looking beautiful. Loving this carbon fiber vehicle with a lovely glass hood. So we can fully see that engine in there. But we need to get on and let's get these windows all tinted and ready to go. Let's just get started with that and see where we end up. We obviously want to jump straight onto windshield on there. And I reckon at probably around 60-70%. If I just spin around into here. Maybe. We'll go with 70 to start with, and we'll see how that turns out. Body window A, that's at the back, so that could be 100%. That should be the right side. We also want that at 100%, not at 70. Rear window, 100%. And then the 2 drivers' windows, both down at 70% as well, just so we can see a little bit better when we're driving on the racetrack. Now, what else have we got? Could I actually tint the hood? Could I do that? Could I pick, like, green on it? No, it doesn't work, but never mind. Okay. Left door, I don't think I want anything on there. Let's just give it a bash. It doesn't do anything. Right door will be the same. Fender, does it do anything on the fender? No, it doesn't do anything on the fender either. What else have we got? Front bumper. I don't think I want to do anything with that anyway. Not that it will let me, so that's fine. Rear bumper, spin all the way around. Have we got anything on here that would change? Maybe these, but they're already like a glossed out, smoked out color anyway, so that's fine. Left headlight, we're going to leave that as it is. Tail lights, we're leaving them as they are. Steering wheel, I think I'm going to leave that. And I think we're going to leave the rest of that. So let's go check our tint. See if it's too dark, too light, not enough. Let's have a look. Oh, that's fine. That is absolutely perfect in there. We will be able to go around the racetrack looking like that. No problem at all. So there we go. Now we just... Oh, I'm stuck. Where are we? There we go. Now we just need to crack on, get some wheels done, get the liquids topped up, and get this beautiful GT-R outside in the sun. For the rims today, we've gone for the 370Z rims because, well, they came on it. They also look quite good, and plus I've got a finish on these that I really quite like. So let's get on and let's get to that quality of life mod as usual. Let's get on, and we want to go all the way past fully paintable into a black steel or steel black, whichever way around it is. But I do want to keep some of that red trim, and what I want is I want to go to mixed 3, where you get that red lip around the outside, just like on the rest of this Nismo build. And then a black in the middle. If we just go back to the first one, as you can see, mixed 1, this is more of a grey here and a black on here. Whereas if we go over to mixed 3, you get the black in the centre and a bit more of a grey around the lip. That's why we're on mixed 3 on there. Mixed 4 is just the little dimples in there. And paint and mix is way too much for this build. But that should hopefully look absolutely fantastic. So let's get this painted. Let's get them attached to the tyres. And then let's get all of this bolted to the car and get this beautiful Nismo all finished off. Just balancing this last wheel now, and then we can get these beautiful rims onto the GT-R, ready to get this one onto the racetrack. See if we can set a new lap record today. See if we can beat whatever is at the top, the Mitsubishi Evo 10 KS edition. Do you think we'll be able to do it? I'm not sure, but there is only one way to find out. But first, we need to finish building this beautiful car. So here we go. As I said, I've gone for the 370Z rims for this one today with that little bit of red beading on there, looking fantastic. The sizes, though, is we've gone for a 22-inch rim with a 285 width at the rear here with a 30 profile on there you go, and obviously keeping them bolts red. I think that's looking absolutely fantastic with the tiny little splashes of red on there. Absolutely beautiful work, if I do say so myself. which I definitely do. For the front rims, it's still a 22-inch rim, but we're only 255 width instead of 285, and a 30 profile on there, the same as at the back. So not that much difference between the front and rear tyres, just a little bit of width between the two of them, or at least on what I've gone for today. So let's get you back down on the ground. That stance is looking pretty mean there. Slight lean forward, but it's looking beautiful. There it is, all done. Let's get it outside and in the sun. There we go then, all finished with the beautiful 2024 Nismo Nissan GT-R modded in by Lit. It looks absolutely fantastic. Loving this one. This was an update to the pre-existing Nissan GT-R file. So if you had this in your game and you allow Steam to update in the background, this car will already be there for you to play with if you want it. But I will include a link in the description below anyway. But now to get on our final plate for this car, which is just my VM plates with a Nismo 24 on there. Looking fantastic. Honestly, I've never worked with the full carbon fibre before, but it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm very glad I did it for this build, especially with that glass hood where you can fully see the engine through there. It is looking absolutely fantastic. But let's jump inside and see what this beast sounds like. The beautiful twin-turbo V6. Nice grumbly tick over on that. I like the sound of that one. Let's give it some gas. That is sounding mean at the top end, and that turbo whistle is absolutely fantastic. I am loving that. Beautiful, beautiful sounding car, this one. But let's get it onto the dyno, see what its horsepower is, what its drag rating will be, then it's onto the racetrack. On the dyno then, with the Nissan GT-R Nismo 2024 edition, 642 factory horsepower from that twin-turbo V6. How much have we increased it by? And what is its drag rating? Let's take a look. Come on, you beast. A gain of 771 horsepower, 121% gained. I'm always extremely happy when it's more than a whole new engine added on top there. Bringing us up to 1,412 horsepower, over 1,400 horsepower from the Nismo GT-R, and a drag rating of 999. Not that we're going to be using that, because we're taking this one around the racetrack today. I definitely think this is a racetrack-inspired build, so that's where we're going for that one. But before we do that, here's the gearbox tune we've gone for. Straight up 4 ratio on this one. Haven't changed any of this. The curve on it feels quite good for a gear ratio. We've got 66k in first gear, up to a reported 337 in the 6th gear. I'm not sure if we'll make it all the way up to there, but we will certainly give it our best on those long straights. We have a fully tuned stage 3 ECU up to 16%, and there is an easy short to do this every time, linked in the top right hand corner up here, or it's linked in the description below. But also there's one in the description if you want to do the carburetors as well for different builds. But enough about that. Let's get this GT-R Nismo onto the racetrack and see if she can beat the Evo 10. It's been a little while since we've been on the racetrack, but we are back. And today we've got the Nissan Nismo GT-R. And last time we went around a racetrack was the gravel track. You guys seem to quite enjoy the chase cam, so we're going to go back to that one again today. We're going to do 2 laps, a standing lap that you won't see much of unless I make some incredible mistakes or some absolutely belting corners. We'll find that one out. And then the full flying lap regardless of what happens. Hopefully we can get a good time to knock that Evo 10 off of the racetrack lap time board with its flying lap of 1:16.119. Can we do it? Let's find out. Let's go. Come on, you beautiful little GT-R. You can do this. Off the line as we come into turn number 1. We're going to use a little bit of braking because this car is incredibly fast once you get the power down around the corners. A little bit of braking for turn number 2 there as we pull it round nice and easy, and then a little bit more just to go in, but we should be able to keep it flat through here as we head up into the first big bank turn. Can we keep it flat through the fastest corner in this track? No, we shouldn't have. We should have definitely eased off a little bit. We definitely made a little bit of a mistake there, but it isn't what it is. As we come up to the very last corner, bit of brake in there, bit more power around that last corner and across the line. Probably our slowest time today. It was indeed with a 1:26. Braking for that first corner as we come around. We're into the flying lap now. This is the one that counts. This is the one that's going to go on the board. Can we beat that Evo? I don't think so, with a 1:27 for our first lap. But most of that is probably bad driving. Nice and flat through there, though, if not a little bit wide as we come into the first banked left-hand corner. Braking a little bit early there just to make sure we get it all in. And then a bit of power around the corner, keeping us nice and tucked to the edge into the faster section. Should we keep it, or can we keep it flat through here? No, I've lifted already. And again, I've lifted to make sure we got around that corner without going too wide. Into my least favorite corner the banked right-hand turn. I always mess this one up, and I have messed it up again, but I think we're just about going to keep it as we go extremely wide on that corner. But we're in a faster time than we were in our first lap, so that's a good sign. Slamming on the brakes, here we go for the big bank left-hand turn. You can carry a lot more speed through this one. 160, 170k we were doing through there. Nice and easy. Into the slow, wiggly section. Going to need a lot of braking, shave a lot of this speed off, drop it down into third gear, I reckon. Bit more braking as we come into the second part of this corner, then into the third part of the corner. Keep it going, keep it going. Just about enough power in there into the final corner. Keeping it going round. We definitely haven't beat that Evo 10, but what we're going to end up with, a 1:22.104. Not too shabby from the Nissan Nismo GT-R. I definitely would have liked a lot better, but let's see if this one's going to end up on the racetrack lap time board, or is it just going to miss out on that top 5? Let's get it back to the garage, let's find out, and then see if we can sell it on for a tasty bit of profit. We didn't quite manage to beat the Evo 10, but the Nissan GT-R 2024 Nismo came in second place on the racetrack lap time board. Out of 20, we've done 20 cars around the racetrack now, and the GT-R Nismo 2024 edition came in second with 1,412 horsepower, a standing lap, slowest on the board, of 1:27.049, but the flying lap with a 1:22.104. Again, couldn't quite beat that Evo 10, but still a very good time from the Nissan GT-R 2024 Nismo. Got its fresh image down the bottom there, all looking awesome. But that's enough of that. Let's get back outside and get ready to say goodbye to the beautiful Nismo GT-R. Second place out of 20 is not too bad. I love the finish on this. The carbon fibre with that glass hood looks absolutely fantastic. But let's talk some facts and figures. I bought the car for $84,469 and could have sold it for profit at the beginning of $9,329 profit, but we didn't do that. We spent a further $113,154 upgrading, tuning, modifying, and getting this beautiful carbon fiber finish on this beautiful GT-R 2024 Nismo edition. It really is absolutely stunning. I'm very impressed with it, and there is a link in the description below. But it puts our total spend at $197,623. Is there some money to be made from this beautiful, beautiful car? And I really mean that. Let's get in. Let's take a look. Well, there she is, brought back to life from her trip to the bottom of a lake at less than 5,000 kilometers on this beast. We should be able to get a nice bit of profit from this one. All 100% finished, and that V6 turbo engine attuned to a massive 1,412 horsepower from 642, a gain of 121%. But we did spend 197,623 to get there. So is there some profit to be made? With a sale of 415,262, there is definitely some profit to be made. A grand total of 217,639 from this beautiful, beautiful car. I absolutely love this. I think it's stunning. As I said, link in the description below. If you don't already have this mod, go and grab this one for yourself. If you do already have this mod, then it's just been up. Well, it was updated around Christmas. I say just. I'm a bit late on that one. But it's updated around Christmas time. So now you've got this 2024 Nismo edition along with the standard 2024 edition GT-R in there as well. Absolutely fantastic work by Lit. But it's time to say goodbye. Off you go, you beautiful, beautiful car, making us a lot of profit. And in today's episode, I finally made it to level 100, 229 XP into level 100. Pretty awesome, loving that. And now up to 91 million. But anyway, don't forget to leave a comment giving your score out of 10 for this beautiful, beautiful Dodge Charger. I know a lot of you have loved it. The videos, the views on the video were absolutely insane. But don't forget, if you want access to it yourself, you have to click the join button below for £2.99 a month, where you get access to the Discord, where we can have a little chat, have a laugh. I post all my configs and liveries for you to add to your own game. And there's a few of the modders in there as well. So if you do need a little bit of help, just ask. But, you know, don't expect too much. They are there for their own free will. But anyway, that's enough about that. Join now if you want access to it, the beautiful config and livery. But what have we got coming up next? Well, this is another piece of work that's been done using the pipes mod from Multiply on Nexus Mods. If we just go up here, we can see that you've got some of that exhaust pipe coming through the hood there. I think it's going to look absolutely fantastic on this Sakura Super. This is made by a follower of mine or a subscriber of mine called Barker, and it's called it Lucky's Turbo. The Sakura Super Lucky's Turbo. 206,000 kilometers on this one. It should be pretty epic. I'm told it works well on the drag strip and it should be a lot of fun. So that's where we'll be taking this one. We got ours from the Bad Auction House, as you can see. Barn, Junkyard and Auction House. Not available from the salon, so you can't buy it. No, but the condition is there. It's kind of in the middle. It's not too bad. It's not too good. But we'll get to that in the actual episode. Did I get a good deal for it? Absolutely not. 55,551 is what I paid. Ouch. And I could only sell it for 44,867 right now, losing out on 10,684. The engine in this one is the i6 double overhead cam BU2 turbo engine with 1,015 factory horsepower. Now we will obviously be tuning that one, making it as wild and as crazy as we can, ready to go onto the drag strip. This config is available in the workshop. Link will be in the video when it comes on. You can see some of that bonus piping there, connecting that front intercooler. It really does look fantastic. I can't wait to show you the rest of this in the next episode. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you join us back here on Thursday for the Sakura Super Lucky's Turbo Edition by my subscriber Barker. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it will be available. It is available on the workshop to play around with for yourself. Beautiful. What did you think of today's Nissan GT-R 2024 Nismo Edition? Let me know in the comments below. Absolutely fantastic. I thought it looked beautiful. That carbon fibre and that glass hood where you can fully see the engine. Stunning. Loved it. Thank you very much to all our channel subscribers. You are wonderful. And obviously, you've got access to that beautiful Dodge Charger. Let me know what you think of it once you've built it yourself and had some fun. £2.99 a month if you want to join. The current members are on screen. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day wherever it is you're getting up to. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.